Okay, hello everyone, how are you? This is Kay. So welcome back to my another live stream today. So this is the 16th of July 2023 on Sunday. So as weekly topics, I will be doing the weekly forecast. I will be covering the Forex pairs and gold, WTI, indices, and Bitcoin, and also the news. So please stick to the lessons until the end of today's live stream. Okay, and I hope the microphone is working okay today. Yesterday, I'm sorry, the microphone was not working correct, so I had to reset. But today, hopefully, it's working okay. In case if you see any issues, if you hear any strange issues or sounds, please let me know on the live stream so that I can fix some issues. Okay, so I hope you're having a great weekend, and thank you for joining. Welcome back, everyone. Let me quickly say hi to everyone. Hello, Basan, thank you for joining. Tony Gold, good to see you. Thank you for joining too. Reza, thank you for joining. Viet, good to see you too. Sean, thank you for joining. Good to see you too. All right, yeah, thanks for asking. I had also a good week. Yes, I went to Abu Dhabi for my short trip, and it was really fun. Okay, Livinas, thank you for joining. Shiza, good to see you. Alright, Boss and Photo, thank you for joining, good to see you. Oh, thank you for the reminder for the like button. If you like the live stream, please press like button before you leave, that would be great. And please subscribe and hit the bell button so that you get notified when I do the next videos or live streams. Alright, hello Rain, good to see you. Mamahan, thank you for joining as always. Good to see you. Okay, Christopher, thank you for joining as well. He says, can your stochastic setting used to check for divergence on the weekly chart? Looks like Bitcoin is showing bearish divergence. Oh sure, yes. Stochastic also works in high time frames with my settings, but I simply use Ichimoku only in high time frames. Just avoid the confusions and take entries in lower time frames. Either M5 or M15 I use to enter trades, and I use stochastic and the Bollinger Bands and Fibonacci and lines, price actions and combinations, Tokyo Box breakout also for my entries. Okay, hello Sean, good to see you. Muchino Frank, thank you for joining as well, good to see you. Okay, Rosie, Binak, good to see you. Thank you very much. Riyadh and Muhammad, good to see you too. All right, stay gold. Yes, thank you very much for the comment. All right, Mark, good to see you also. Thank you for joining. Oh, no sound? I think no issue on sound, right? No issue on sound. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I will just keep going. Okay. Oh, Shiza says, last week I got 190 pips. What about you, Kei-san? Oh, I was too busy yesterday. I mean, this week. I have been traveling, so I only took few trades. But wow, great. Congratulations. You got 190 pips of profits. So please be consistent on what you do. Then you should be fine in the long term. Okay, Mustafa, good to see you. Fahad, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you. Okay, Reza says, is it possible to combine moving average with Ichimoku, and does this combination help the trade? If not, what's the reason? I don't use moving average with Ichimoku, so I'm not sure. First of all, I prefer Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen to use, an original strategy to use. So I don't use moving average, so I'm not really sure. Okay, Kevin, thanks for joining. Good to see you. All right, Gantu also, thank you for joining as well. Okay, Amphibious, good to see you. Blair and Afsal, good to see you. Igor, thank you for joining as well. Take a look to survey because something doesn't work well. Okay. Yeah, there's a survey on the description, but in case if anything doesn't work, then please let me know by email. Then I can look into the issues. Okay, you Rich and so good to see you. All right, so now let's move on to the topic. So first, let me cover the Forex pairs on my watch list. I have the Euro USD all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY. So let me, try to fit this in the page. Okay, I think this is good now. So first, let me start from the Euro USD. And since this is weekend, let me check the weekly time frame analysis. Okay, so first, Euro USD. Weekly chart is now bullish. Last week, the market broke the resistance of 1.1095. And now, if you take a look at the Kumo, Senko Span B is up, Senko Span A is also up. Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both bullish. And the Chikou Span above candles. So this can be the beginning of the new trend, new uptrend. Especially after the breakout of the P wave. As expected, the market broke the bullish very nicely. So now the target is on 1.1497. So my view is bullish. If I see uptrend during the week from tomorrow, I will be looking for the buying entry and target to 1.1497. And so far we have potential pips of 267 to take. So Euro USD could be one of the best pairs to trade. So let me mark purple on this one. And moving on to the next one, Euro AUD. Euro AUD seems to be too choppy. And Ichimoku Senko Span B flat, Senko Span A is retracing. Kijun Sen is now flat. And Tenkan Sen is also retracing. And Chikou Span is now above the candles. So technically it's bullish. But the market has been too spiky, too choppy. So most likely this week there will be no direction. So I don't think I will take any trades on this one. So let me continue to check some of the potential best pairs. So next is the Euro JPY. Euro JPY, Kumo is now bullish. Senko Span A is up. Kijun Sen is flat. Tenkan Sen is bullish. And the Chikou Span above candles. So this is bullish. And last week ended with a doji candlestick. And the doji breakout can happen. By the way, last week I posted some of price action videos. And I will be posting some more videos this week also. But this can be the doji reverse. The market has been bullish in waves. And we have a doji. And if the doji breaks bullish, then do you remember what this pattern is called in Japanese? Doji and the breakout. So that can be one of the reverse patterns of Goichi, I'd say Sakata Goho. So that may be bullish once you see the breakout of this previous doji. So the market, the resistance price is 157.96 and the target is 160, the round number. So this is to me also bullish. I mark purple on Euro JPY as well. Okay, next is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound is about to break the support and now Kumo is bearish. Kijun Sen is down, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou Span below candles. So last week was bullish, but it could break the support of 0.8518. And once break happens, then target is 0.8338, and the potential pips would be 184 pips. So my view is bearish still. The market may be resisted by the Tenkan Sen and goes bearish on the weekly chart basis. So let's continue to monitor and wait for the break of the support. And next is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD has been ranging. Last week was strongly bullish, so some of you may have been able to capture some nice pips on Euro CAD. But in terms of the weekly time frame, it's flat. So if the market reaches the high, which is 1.5120, then it could reverse. In the long term, it's range, but if you check the daily or lower time frames, then you will see uptrend. So target is now 1.5120, and the potential pips you can expect is 280 pips. So that's a nice amount of pips that we can possibly trade. So Euro CAD, I will be looking for the buying confirmations. Okay, next is the Euro Swiss franc. This pair is now bearish. I was waiting for the breakout of the support of 0.9673, and it did once, but then last week the candlestick closed on the support. So now I have to wait for the next bearish trend and sell. And also looks like the market has been following the Tenkan-sen direction. Tenkan-sen, the blue one, is now pointing down, and the candlesticks were exactly on the Tenkan-sen. So as long as price is below Tenkan-sen, it's bearish in this case. It's downtrend in this case. And also Chikou span below candles, so to me this is bearish. The only thing is the Kumo is not twisted bearish yet. So that means the downtrend could be fake. So to be safer now, I would wait for the breakout of the new support, 0.9607, and target will be down here on 0.9405. So I will put my down arrow below the support and expect the potential pips of 199, almost 200 pips is a potential target. So that's Euro Swiss franc. If it goes down, let's look for the selling opportunity. If it goes up, don't take trades because that will be range, and the market could be very spiky in the lower time frames. Next is USD base pairs. So first, USD JPY. This pair has been still consolidating on the weekly chart basis, but in the short term it's bearish. Last week it went down very fast, especially at the US news. Last week itself there was a 500 pips of downtrend. So that means this bearish trend, it can be continuous. So now I'm also looking for the selling opportunity in the very short term, and target is on the weekly Kijun Sen, which is 136.19. And we have a potential pips of 220 pips to take. So USD-JPY for me is bearish, downtrend in the short term. Okay, next is the USD-CAD. This pair is also ranging. The prices are within the Kumo, and the Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are bearish, but the Kumo is not twisted yet. So and the prices are within the Kumo. So to me this is a range. So that means this week we never know if the candlestick becomes bullish or bearish. So simply I skip and check other pairs to trade. Okay, so next is the USD Swiss franc. This pair went down very fast, just as expected. Just I put this down arrow like this, the market broke the support very nicely, and last week itself it went down at 300 pips. So I think this is the beginning of the new downtrend. So I think downtrend is continuous. After the breakout of the support, now this is bearish, and the next target is all the way down here on the wick, which is around 0.8297. So we have a potential pips of 273 pips to trade. So I keep my down arrow like this and continuously look for selling opportunities. So USD Swiss franc I mark purple. This is another good pair to follow the major trend. Okay, so next is the pound pairs. GBP USD, this pair is not bullish, and now the prices are actually bullish. Kumo is bullish, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both up, and Chikou span above candles. So this one is also just as I expected, that's bullish. So the target remained the same, 1.33. And now we have a room of 213 pips to trade. So pound USD remains one of the good pairs, so I mark purple on this one also. Okay, next is the pound JPY. Pound JPY is now retracing, and now Kumo is up, Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen is up, Chikou span above candles, and last week was the pin bar. So this is also one of the reverse patterns. The market has been bullish, and there's a pin bar, so that's retracing. But if this week, if the market breaks the pin bar resistance, then there's a good chance that the market breaks and goes up again in the next uptrend. So let's wait for the breakout of that pin bar, which is 183.27, and expect the nice uptrend. So pound JPY also can be one of the good pairs to trade, so I will mark purple on this one also. Okay, next is the pound CAD. This pair also broke that resistance, and as expected, it just broke up, and also that was also P-wave breakout, like I mentioned last week. So the market broke the resistance, and now it's coming close to the next resistance, 1.7386. And we have only 80 pips to trade to that resistance. And sometimes before the market reaches that resistance, it may retrace. So to be safer, you might now want to wait for the breakout of 1.7386 and buy. So in this case, I put my up arrow above that resistance, so that you know I'm waiting for the breakout and buy. And now I'm deleting this triangle and also the previous resistance level. But yeah, this one is also bullish, so I mark purple. And once the market breaks it, I follow uptrend also. And also pound AUD, right? Pound AUD is also bullish, but this market is also on the resistance level of 1.9214. And Kumo is up, Kijun Sen is up, and last week was a bearish candlestick and long wick up and down. So this week it may retrace. Pound AUD may retrace, so pound most likely will remain bullish, but AUD may be also bullish. So that means the market may consolidate or it may slightly go down, is my perspective on pound AUD. So I now wait for the breakout of the new high from last week, which is 1.9386, and we'll look for a buying opportunity. So now the potential pip still is 1215 pips. That's a massive target. So now I put my up arrow above that resistance like this, and that is my scenario for this one. Okay, next is the pound Swiss franc. This pair has been ranging, so and the price is now within the Kumo, so no chance. I'm simply still waiting for the breakout of the resistance, major resistance, 1.1577, and we'll look for a buying opportunity. Okay, so next let me move on to AUD pairs. Okay, so now AUD USD. So this market is also range, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the Kumo, the price is within the Kumo, Chikou span is too close, so there's no opportunities. Simply I focus on other better pairs than this one. Even the Kumo is flat and Senko span B has been the resistance here. The best scenario is to wait for the breakout of the Senko span B on the weekly and buy. So let's wait until that happens on the weekly chart. And next is the AUD-CAD. This pair is now retracing, it's bullish, and Kijun Sen is now flat. So that will be the target. I was waiting for the breakout of the support, but looks like it didn't happen. So I will delete down arrow, delete the support levels, and now target is on the weekly Kijun Sen, 1.9144, and we have a room of 112 pips to trade. So in the very short term, my view is bullish on the AUD-CAD. Okay, next is the AUD-JPY. This pair is also ranging, consolidating now, since Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span above candles, so technically it's bullish, and last week was supported by the Tenkan Sen, so there is a chance that the market goes up from here and reaches that resistance. So here also there is a pin bar reverse pattern may appear this week, so let's wait for this week's candlestick close, and if it closes above this pin bar, then from next week onwards it may be bullish. So I will come back to AUD-JPY next week and see how this week candlestick closes on this one. Next is the AUD-Swiss franc. So AUD-Swiss franc is also can be one of the best pairs. So I already marked purple because this is about to break the support. 0.5853 is a support on the weekly. So if it breaks, the market may go down to 0.5345, and that will be the potential pips of 500 or 6 pips. So that's why I put my down arrow. And also last week I put the alert. I put the alert below the support. So once the alert triggers, I will check the chart and look for the selling opportunities. So AUD-CAD for me is now bearish trend. Okay, and now let me check CAD pairs. So CAD-JPY is now going down, and you see downtrend in the lower time frames, but the market is touching that Tenkan Sen. And Tenkan Sen itself is pointing up. So that means the market may be supported and goes bullish after this. So if you want to sell on CAD-JPY, you better wait for the breakout of the Tenkan Sen, and then target will be the weekly Kijun Sen. The target will be down 101.82 level. So for now, wait for the breakout of the Tenkan Sen and follow downtrend is my advice. I used to say that this was bullish. I was waiting for the breakout of the resistances, but since for the last 2 weeks it has been going down, I will delete these lines and redo my analysis to downtrend. Okay, next is the CAD Swiss franc. This market is also about to break the support, so once it does, we can expect some nice potential pips. So let's wait for the breakout of 0.6478. Yeah, and previously there was a reversal pattern, what I call the reversal pattern. Reversal pattern is where the previous support becomes the resistances. So this is a typical reverse pattern, so I think the market is now bearish. And Kumo is getting thicker and bigger, and Kijun Sen is also bearish. Chikou span below candles. So based on these Ichimoku confirmations, this pair is now bearish. So let's wait for the breakout of the support, and once it does, the target will be, let's see, okay, there's no previous lows, so this is all-time low looks like. So in that case, the next target will be the next run numbers. So after the breakout of the support, the next one will be 0.64. So 0.64 can be the next target. Okay, then move on to 0.6362, 61, 60, and on and on. So for me, this is bearish. I put my down arrow below the support and mark purple on this one also. And finally, Swiss franc JPY. This pair is now bullish. Tenkan Sen is pointing up. Kumo itself is also bullish. And Kijun Sen is slightly bullish. Chikou span above candles. So it's about to break the resistance now. So my view remains bullish. The same for the last couple of weeks. My view is still bullish on Swiss franc JPY. So I mark purple on this one also. So like this, looks like in the month of July this year, the markets are active, especially pound and euro pairs. So we can continuously monitor, and whenever you find opportunities, simply take trades. Usually it's said that the month of July and August are quiet, but like I mentioned before, the pattern has been changing this year. This year, in the beginning of the early day, in January and February, the markets were more quiet, but usually towards the end of towards the end of January or February, the market's active. But this year it was quiet, and then now the market is still active. Or usually for the last 3 years, they were all kind of quiet. So I think this is the patterns have been changing. So that means we may see some trends still in summertime. So let's continue to check charts every day, at least once or twice, and continue to follow up on what's happening among the markets. Okay, so now let me move on to the next topics, which are gold indices, WTI, and Bitcoin. Okay, so alright, I have some comments. Let me say hi, Toy, good to see you. Kevin, thanks for joining. Okay, CMT, Certified Market Technician. I think it's good for knowledge, but in terms of trading, you have to practice and experience trading. Yeah, because we are not here to become a professional of indicators, but we are here to become professional in trading. So no matter how many things you know about the markets, it doesn't mean that you can make profits. Okay, all right. Hello, Mithiel, thanks for joining. Yes, I will cover gold, S&P, Nasdaq. Okay, silver, natural gas. Let me do when I have time today. All right. Hello, John. Good to see you. Ranjit, good to see you too. All right. For the breakout, you don't typically wait for the close. It depends. If the resistance is strong, then I wait for the breakout. If not, I enter before the break happens. I check the Kumo shape also. If the Kumo shape looks thick, then I don't wait for the breakout, usually. Hello, Johnny. Yes, I will check WTI. So just a moment. Hello, Teddy. Good to see you. Let me check some more comments. BLB says, do you sometimes check 1 minute chart for supports? Yes, I do. Yes, I do check 1 minute time frame just to get extra confirmations sometimes. Yes. Okay, Reza says, sometimes Kijun Sen breaks flat Tenkan Sen. What does this mean? And is it a signal? Kijun Sen break flat Tenkan Sen. What does that mean? I'm not sure what it means really. You mean Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen breakout? I mean Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen gold cross or dead cross? Maybe. If that's the case, then there is specific gold cross or dead crosses that works really well. Then those are happening, related to the Kumo. So, but simply speaking, when you see the dead cross like this, the market has been uptrend and dead cross Tenkan Kijun Sen, this doesn't mean that the market becomes bearish. This is the end of the uptrend. So please remember that. Okay, Oli, thanks for joining. Okay, Moses says, how do you do your top-down analysis? I simply first check the weekly and then go down to the daily 4-hour and H1 M30 and take entries by M15 or M5. That's my strategy. So always top-down. I don't start from the lower time frames to analyze the markets. Okay, what is your average trade duration for winners and losers respectively? In terms of the winners, my average duration would be 1 or 2 days. The maximum duration I took, keep holding my trade, was 2 weeks on one of these trades. But in average, I I hold my trades for within a day or 2 days will be in average. Because I trade Forex and Forex pairs move up and down every day, every week, so I don't really keep holding for a long time. And when it comes to the losses, I cut the losses very quickly. Whenever I see the market going against my direction, then I cut my losses very quickly, maybe within 10-15 minutes. Within 30 minutes, I exit my trades. Okay, so now let me move on to the next topic, which is gold and WTI first. Okay, so first XAUUSD. So this market is now turning bullish. I said that it was bearish because the market broke the Kijun Sen and Chikou span was almost touching the candles. But looks like first that from Chikou span viewpoint, Chikou span was supported by the candles and going bullish now. And also now in terms of the candlesticks, there is Doji reverse here. Doji breakout bullish. So this can be the beginning of the new uptrend. So now my view is bullish on gold. So now Chikou span above candles, which is nice. So I wait until the Tenkan Sen to be up and Kijun Sen to be up also, and Kumo itself to be bullish to buy. Until I see Kumo and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen bullish, I think the market will be range. So that means this week could be retracing. Last week was bullish, but this week can range or consolidate until we see Kumo up, Kijun Sen up, and Tenkan Sen also bullish. Chikou span doesn't have to touch the candle. Chikou span should remain above the candles, and that will be an ideal situation to buy. So gold, I switch my mind to buy on this one. Okay, so next is WTI. Okay, WTI is now ranging. Like I mentioned before, the market has been range between these yellow lines, and Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat completely, and Chikou span touching. So now this is range. I was waiting for the breakout of the support, but looks like it didn't happen. So let's monitor until we find the new direction on WTI. Okay, so next is index. So first, let me cover Nikkei and go all the way down to Hansen index. Okay, so we have lots to cover today. So here first, Nikkei 225. Now this is still bullish. Price above the Tenkan Sen, and Senko span A is bullish. And last week was a doji. So if this week, if the market breaks the doji bullish, then it may be bullish again. But if the doji breaks out bearish, then the market may go down to the weekly Kijun Sen. So now it's consolidating last week, so we'll see which way it goes. But for now, in terms of Ichimoku viewpoint, it's bullish again. So I think the market breaks the doji bullish and goes up to that resistance. Okay, next is Dow Jones. Dow Jones is now consolidating, still range. So we have to wait for the breakout of that resistance, basically. So now the resistance level is up here, 34,577. And also there is another resistance up here on the tip of the wick from the week of the 12th of December last year, which is 34,951. In this case, I regard this as the resistance zone. So let me draw the zone like this. And so there are multiple levels of the resistances. If the market breaks the first resistance, 34,577, then the market may go up to the upper resistance, 34,000 1,900. And then it may retrace and goes up. So this is one of the scenarios. And second scenario is the market just goes up straight like this. And the third scenario is that it doesn't break the first resistance and then retrace. And the fourth resistance is the market will be resisted by the second resistance level and then goes down. So by knowing these four patterns in the resistance zone, we have to create our scenario and the trading plan. So if you want to be safer, then you have to wait for the breakout of 34,900 and buy. This is the safest. And the second safest is wait for the breakout of 34,577, then buy. Then the market may go up, and there was a resistance here, but there's only one touch. So this resistance is weak in that sense. So you expect the market breaks the weak resistance and goes up. So that's the second scenario. And the third is you wait for the breakout of the first resistance and then wait for the resistance by the second resistance and buy. Then expect the market goes up this way. If the market goes down from next week, then no trade. So yeah, these are the potential scenarios on Dow Jones. If you trade Dow Jones, then the market is very choppy. If you look at the candles, every week it's having ups and downs, bullish, bearish, and bullish, bearish, and bullish, and wicks up and down. So there may be also the fake breakout too. So it may be tricky on Dow Jones. So if you trade other US indices, then I recommend you to do so. The other indices are like Nasdaq or S&P 500 is, I think, better. So now Nasdaq. Nasdaq broke the resistance very nicely, and now it's reaching to the next resistance, 16,777. So as expected, this pair is not bullish. This market is not bullish. So I keep my analysis as is from last week, and my view remained the same. It's bullish. The Kumo is nicely bullish. Both Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen bullish, and the Chikou span above candles. So this is not bullish. But after the breakout, last week the market broke the resistance. So this week may retrace. It may retrace to 15,284 and bounce and goes up. This scenario may happen also. So I think if you wait for the pushback, that will be safer. But it may not happen. It may continue to be bullish and then push back somewhere here and goes up. So then you buy on the dip like this way. But either way, I think Nasdaq is bullish. So I think the market goes up to the next target in the months of July or August, I think. Okay, so next is S&P 500. This market is also bullish. Just like Nasdaq, Kumo thickness is very nice. And Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen both bullish, and Chikou span above candles. So the market is now reaching to the next target, which is 4643.8. Yeah, so I think this market is also bullish, especially it broke the previous inside bars. So inside is called harami in Japanese, and I think you also saw that on the video, my candlestick series. But this is double inside bar breakouts. So here is a chunk of inside, and also there was a new inside here too. And then last week it broke the two inside structures. So this means that this is the new uptrend. This is the beginning of the new uptrend. So I think the market reaches 46, 43 anytime here. So from this reason, this is bullish. Okay, so now let's move on to Euro stocks. Euro stocks is near the resistance and Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span above candles, and it looks like it's about to break that resistance. Once it breaks, then this is all-time high. So the next targets are the round numbers, 4,500 and 4,600 and so on. So for me, this one is also bullish. Okay, so it may break that resistance this week, so please watch out. Okay, next is the FTSE 100. This index is now bearish. Like I mentioned last week, this is in the descending P wave. So sellers are dominant within the market unless it breaks the P wave bullish. Otherwise, I think it breaks the support 7202 and continue to be bearish. This is the pattern of the candlesticks. Ichimoku shows it's flat. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span broke the candles, so that means it's bearish. But it's a bit weak bearish. I don't think the market breaks the support this week, but sometime in the months of July or August, it may break and goes down. So that's FTSE 100. And next is the CAC France. CAC France is also range. The Kumo Senko span AB flat, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen flat, and Chikou span is getting closer. So this is range. Last week I mentioned that the breakout potentially on that trend line, but now this is consolidating, so I will delete these lines. And probably I will come back next week, next Sunday, and see how it plays out. Alright, moving on to German 40. This market is also range, just like CAC France. It's been ranging, so no trends. And here is the Nifty chart. So Nifty remains bullish. The Kumo is now bullish. Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are also up, and Chikou span above candles. So, like I mentioned last week also, this market is continuously bullish. It was also supported by the Tenkan Sen. So now target is 20,000. It may reach the 20,000 in the months of July or August. So my view remains the same, it's bullish. When you see this, you may think that this is overbought, so you may think that the market reverses. But for me, this is still bullish because the Kumo thickness is there. If the Kumo is too thin, then that means it's oversold, overbought. But because of the Kumo structure and Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen aligned, to me this is bullish. It may be I wave up until 20,000. So we will see. Okay, next is AU200. This market is now breaking the P wave bullish. So the market may be bullish from here. So next we have to wait for the resistances break. 73.95. So now the market may break the resistance and go up like this way. Okay, so finally Hansen index. Hansen remains range. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The prices are within the Kumo and the Chikou span still very close. So this is range. The market has been very choppy like this. Okay, so that completes my analysis on indices. So now let me move on to Bitcoin, BTC USD. By the way, the thing I say is universal on any markets. Simply, I do use Ichimoku with the default setting, and whether it's a Forex or gold or WTI or indices or Bitcoin, my analysis, my rules remain the same. So in a sense, I'm kind of giving you more examples of my analysis with my own strategy, and you can refer to it for your trades this week. Okay, so here is BTC USD, and this market is about to break the Kumo now, finally. So it has been within the Kumo for the last, for the last, 18 weeks. 18 weeks it has been within the Kumo and spiky, but finally it may be bullish. So let's wait for the breakout of 31,872 Senko span B. And once it breaks, I think new uptrend will happen. So, and the breakout may happen this week, so we will see. So that's BTC USD. But until the break happens, the market will be choppy. So it may be a fake breakout also. So let's wait for the clear breakout or pushback after the breakout and buy. So that will be the best scenario in this case. Okay, so that covered the whole analysis on my watch list. So now let me remind everyone about the news. Okay, so here is the news website, and okay, so let me sort the calendar to this week. Okay, so Monday the 17th, tomorrow we have no big news, only news in China, but it won't affect the market, so no big news. And Tuesday, July 18th, we have a news on Australia, and then also the news retail sales in the US. This can be big news. And also CPI, Consumer Price Index in Canada. This one can impact the market. So just watch out on the news in US and Canada on Tuesday. And Wednesday the 19th, we have CPI in New Zealand and also CPI in Germany. CPI in UK. Yeah, Consumer Price Index in UK can be very impacted. So you have to watch out on this one, Wednesday. And the Thursday, the 20th, we have unemployment rate in Australia. And Friday, July 21st, there is retail sales in UK also. So we have lots of big news, but especially, again, watch out on the retail sales in the US Tuesday, and CPI in Canada on Tuesday, and also CPI in UK Wednesday, and then also Friday retail sales in UK. We have to watch out on these big newses. Okay, so that completes my whole analysis. So let me have a free talk for the next 10 minutes or so until I finish the live today. But again, thank you very much for everyone. Good to see you again. Looks like the markets are active in Forex. So I hope you are having a nice pips last week. We had some nice breakouts and nice new trends in high time frames. So please check charts every day and potentially take some nice pips. Okay, let me check some comments. Alright, again, thank you very much everyone for joining today. Welcome back to my analysis. Okay, DC says, at what point do you trial your stop loss? And do you ever trial it back so that you can stay in the trade? I never trial back. I never move the stop losses against the major direction, against my direction. When it's bullish, I always move the stop losses higher and higher until the price hit the stop loss or I exit my trade. I used to move the stop losses. Let's say I enter trade and the market goes up, and then if it goes down, I move the stop loss lower so that I don't fix the loss. But when I did it, I lost, very, very big, and that was not a good idea in terms of the risk management. So I decided not to move the stop losses against my direction anymore. and I trail the profits based on the waves. When I see N waves, that's how I simply trail the profits. So it's really simple. My strategy is really simple. I'm a trend follower. So whenever I see trends, I follow. If not, I don't take any trades. Yes. Okay, let me see. Fahad says, hello Kay, in a day, how many times do you check the charts? Any specific times? I check chart 3 to 5 times per day, and I don't have specific timing to check charts. Simply whenever I do check charts. So usually after I wake up in the morning, I don't check charts because I want to refresh my mindset. So after I wake up in the morning around 8 or 9 a.m., I eat breakfast and go to gym, just light exercise to just wake myself up, and then come back home, then may check charts. If not, but sometimes, I get the meetings, so I don't check charts, and later I do. So one thing for sure is that I do check charts in Asian and UK and New York sessions. But I don't have a specific time to screen charts. So whenever I do see opportunities, I do take trades. If not, I don't, is my rule. So, and also I make sure that I don't check charts too often. If you check charts, let's say 10 times or 20 times per day, then that's too much. So I give intervals between the screenings of the charts, so that in this way I can give enough time for the market to play and run, so that once I come back next time, I see some new trends and look for some new opportunities. So that's what I do every day. Okay, all right, James, you're welcome. Okay, Kryptonaut, thanks for joining also. Good to see you. Welcome also. Okay, let me see. Kryptonaut says, do you still use Kyushu Ashi for analysis? Yes, I do. I do use Kyushu Ashi for my analysis. Yeah, for those who don't know about Kyushu Ashi is another structure of Ichimoku. It actually looks like this. This is different from candlesticks or different from the Heikin Ashi, but Kyushu Ashi captures the new trend and the end of the trends on the weekly chart basis. So I do use Kyushu Ashi for my analysis. Hold on, let me share how it looks like. Okay, Sean says, do you recommend marking up daily chart with Kihon Suchi? I do use time cycles, and I do mind those henkabis in the future. So yes, I do check charts, daily chart by Kihon Suchi. You cannot do it based on the low time frames. These time theory, price theory should be based on daily or high time frames. Okay, Riyadh says, in Ichimoku parameters is the numbers for candles or days. Ichimoku parameters is based on the candles. I have 9 and 26 and 51 for my Ichimoku setting. Okay, please, can Ichimoku be used in synthetic market? What do you mean by synthetic market? I do use Ichimoku on any market, basically, whether it's a Forex or gold or WTI index or Bitcoin. Okay, 5. Mafia says, if you get time, please tell me if Japan is nice to live. I want to retire peacefully. US is not where I think I want to stay. Also, what time frame do you look for trends? I think Japan's nice to live. But now I live in Dubai. I'm not in Japan anymore. I came here in July 2021. But I think Japan is nice to live. But in some places, you have to be able to speak Japanese. That's, I think, a bit difficult. If you're in Tokyo or major cities, then I think you can still live with some other languages. But it may be challenging if you want to live in Japan. And to work, it's also even more difficult to work in Japan. Yeah. So in terms of the time frame, I look for trends. So again, I do look for trends on Asian sessions and UK sessions and New York sessions. Whenever I see trends, I do take trades. So I don't mind taking trades in Asian session also. When I see some good trends with the good Kumo shape and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen together and Chikou span in nice situations, then I do look for some opportunities in Asian session. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Good to see you. Okay. Oh, write a book. Okay, I have some book. I wrote some books and they are available on my communities. Okay, this says, do you take into account trading volume or peak session times? American Euro time zones. Yes, volume do matter in trades. If there's a volume in the market, then you can make profits in a shorter time. So yes, I do mind the volumes within the market. So that means UK session will be very nice recently. But this pattern changes over time. Right now, I see that UK session are very active. And also last week, US session was active, especially at the news. US session becomes active. But sometimes it goes opposite. Sometimes US session becomes more active than UK. So the pattern changes over time. But if you check charts every day, then you know which pair moves more in which time zone. Okay, you're welcome, Sean. Okay, 5 Mafia. Okay. Volatility 75 index. That's where synthetic indices are traded. Okay. Yeah, I never check charts. I never check those. I'm not sure. But I'm sure it works. The Ichimoku default setting works. Reza, you're welcome about the Sakata Goho price action series. So now I have been releasing some of the basic patterns of the candlesticks as per request from the community members. So here is my YouTube, and if you click on the videos, then so far I have been posting part 1, part 2, and part 3, and next week I will be sharing part 4 and part 5, and that completes the Japanese candlestick series. And then next I will be sharing the videos about BNF and also conversation between BNF and CIS. So that will be my new project on the videos on my YouTube. So if you haven't watched these videos yet, please do. And also recently I have been creating some shorts videos. So this one now is becoming like my hobby. So I will keep uploading 2 shorts per week, so you can continue to check and enjoy these short video clips. Oh, okay, you don't speak Japanese, so yeah, it may be challenging, I think. Okay, yeah, 5, you're welcome. GCL says, do you use level alerts on TradingView to notify you on certain levels you're waiting for? Yes, I do. Yes. So like I mentioned today, let's see. So for example, on one of these pairs on Forex, I have been waiting for the breakout of, let's see, which one was it? Yeah, for example, AUD Swiss franc, waiting for the breakout of the support 0.5853. So I put the alert below that level, and once it triggers, you get notified and I come back and check charts. So yes, I do use alerts. So okay, let me do recap on my analysis for those who joined a bit late today. So again, in terms of Forex pairs, I think Euro USD looks good. It's bullish. It broke the resistance after the P wave breakout. So I follow uptrend and target is 1.1497. I do expect the pips of 267 to take on this market. And then Euro JPY also looks good. This market is a bit closer to the resistance, but there's a doji last week. If the doji breaks bullish today, then the target is 160, the round number. And we do expect the pips of 190 pips to take. So Euro JPY looks also good. And then USD Swiss franc is now bearish. It broke the support very strongly. And the Kumo shape is also looking good. So this is now still bearish. Yeah, so now target is 0.8297. Okay, and Pound USD also is bullish. It broke the resistance 1.2847 and target is 1.33. Now the potential pips is 213 pips. And Pound JPY is also bullish. Still waiting for the breakout, but if it breaks, I think that will be a new uptrend. Pound CAD is also bullish. It broke the resistance, so now it's bullish. And the AUD Swiss franc is also bearish, about to break the support, so I'm waiting for that to happen and then follow downtrend. And potential pips will be 500 pips down to 0.5345. And then CAD Swiss franc is also bearish, also about to break the support, and it may have a nice potential pips down. And finally, Swiss franc JPY is also bullish, about to break that resistance 162 and goes up higher. So these are my analysis on these Forex markets. Okay, so let me check some more comments. DC says, hi Mr. K, how can you tell what volume is at any given time? The spread distance. There is no volume indicator that I know of. Oh, I know volumes from the Kumo thickness. When the Kumo thick, that means the volume is there and also stability of the trend is there. And also volumes can be read by the distance from the candlestick to Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen. And also Chikou span. When Chikou span is away from the candles, that means there's a volume within the market. So I don't use the volume indicators, but I do read them based on the Ichimoku confirmations. And it's not only the simple volumes, but also it's more of the volume in terms of the short term, mid term, long term, and I can capture the volume much nicer in Ichimoku in this way. Okay, yeah, Reza says, please make a video about Fibonacci tools because you always explain different from others. Oh, okay, sure. I do have some videos from Ichimoku Fibonacci levels. Hold on, let me quickly check. Yeah, like if you search the Forex K and Fibonacci like this, then you can find some of the videos. I don't even remember, what I talked about on these videos anymore because these are like almost 2 years, 3 years ago I look very young on this video, but yeah, this was back when I was in Japan, but I do have some videos about the Fibonacci, tips to use the Fibonacci retracement video in 2021 October, Fibonacci retracement strategy by KTS 2020 September. So I do have lots of videos, so you can watch these and fill the gap. Also, I even did the Fibonacci retracement strategy based on the Forex Tester back in 2020. So yeah, looks like there are lots of videos about that. But I will be touching the Fibonacci strategy in future live streams and videos. So please look forward to them. Okay, so yeah, I think I will finish the live for today. Rajiv, thanks for joining. Okay, GCL, good to see you too. You're welcome. Yeah, I look very young, right? My hair is much shorter. I remember this lamp. Yeah, let's see, what's this one? This one is 2021 October, so I should be here in Dubai, because I came here in July 2021, and I can tell by the background of the videos. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, please enjoy the videos on my YouTube. Okay, so again, thank you very much for joining today, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope you capture another nice pips this week. So until I see you on the next one, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.